Everything's been funky here. Sorry, guys. I had issues with my microphone and I've had issues with YouTube. So just getting everything started here this morning has been a little bit slower. But here now, all live and doing well. And yeah, funky start here to our Friday. So let's get after it, right? We've got 9:45 data. We've got 10 a.m. data here. And we closed above all-time highs. So super positive, right? On ES, we're going to call this a 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume. And it's good volume. It's not the world's best for sure. We're looking 520 as our starting point here to the upside, right? 523 is our high. So 520 is a pretty reasonable target. That might get covered by the opening range. We'll see. And then to the downside here, we'd be looking at 490 as our starting point there. So 6490, 6480, and then kind of below, we'd look for a fake out around ATH, then break down. And then for us, right, it would be under yesterday's, or say previous. So fake out under, right, we'll say 508 type zone, and then go from there. Besides that, right, month end, summer end, depressingly, and let's see basically where this momentum is, right? Good close there yesterday, hard to really complain about it. We got that nice kind of like dip, buy and go all day. Let's see if we can establish a similar type narrative here this morning. Okay. NQ, bit of a laggard, maybe a little bit stronger volume than what we have there on ES, right? Kind of hinting at outlier. ES, you can still see like a little bit of separation. It's almost like we would call this to be like 511 volume and this to be like 6 feet. So subtle difference, but I don't know, significant in certain people's eyes. Yeah, besides that, I mean, I think we're still probably looking for a move towards all-time highs. I don't know if I can see that changing here too aggressively. And the starting point of 23,800 also continues to be the narrative. This is a with volume as well. And I guess the thing that I'm thinking about here is it worth having that flexibility, I guess, right? Yeah, should I have a downside narrative here? I may be a little bit skeptical of that on NQ. Might be a little bit more challenging. What I'm going to say here is I can get bigger volume than yesterday. Then for sure, right, that becomes kind of interesting. I think 500 is still a pretty reasonable starting point there for our opening range. So I don't need to do anything too crazy. Pretty similar to what we had there yesterday. Okay, the old crude oil, 3 for 3 here. Technically green candle yesterday, increasing volume. Green open here so far today. Got a little crude's made me remember how much I love it sometimes this week. 64.50 here pre-market, so we're probably looking 65 as our starting point, and I'm going to go NA here to the downside. Pretty hard for me to want to be bearish now today. And then we're going, I mean, 68's a lot of space. If we get a move to 68, guys, I think we're all going to be taking a holiday. Hell yeah, Logan, hell yeah. All right, Apple 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume, not exactly great volume. Tesla, red candle, weak red candle, increasing volume, gap up. No one felt like resistance just saying it. Weak 2 out of 3 to the downside with volume. Hey, good morning, Rich. All right, Microsoft 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume. And still kind of think it's that possible capitulation. Amazon 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume. Yeah, not really outlier. Nvidia, sorry, we are not surprised by this one bit, right? Crazy indecision post earnings. I would still say this is potentially setting up as mean reversion just because of the volatility. And in general, for me, my least favorite, say, pre-market condition, right, is that high volume indecision. That's exactly where we're at here. All right, AMD, green candle, decreasing volume, gap down. So again, a weak 1 for 3 here. That bear flag looking a bit more likely, maybe, right? If I were to be honest, that might be a better indicator for a sell-off than what we're seeing on Nvidia. With the old meta here, green candle, decreasing volume, gap down. So a 1 for 3. And maybe some signs to tell us to slow down a little bit, unfortunately. Netflix, 2 out of 3 without, but still, we finally did break out of that range. We didn't close above, which I think is maybe a bit concerning. But we'll go technically a 2 out of 3. Still can't get used to the sizing of this keyboard. I know that's a me problem, but it is driving me insane. Google 2 out of 3 here to the upside with volume. Nice little breakout. Probably looks most like ES relative to a lot of our other tickers, right? All-time high breakout. That's a great place to be if you're a mega cap name. So yeah, it looks interesting. And then VIX Rooney hanging out 14.54. So again, we're looking at a little bit of less than 1% of implied daily range. We're about half of that here this morning. So probably based on that, right? Path of least resistance is to the upside. But let's see, right? Let's see where momentum shows up here today. Let's see where enthusiasm kind of comes into business, I guess, if you want to call it that. And hopefully we can establish ourselves a good trending market and kind of finish off August with an absolute bang. So obviously excited to be here. Looking forward to kind of our last trading day here before a little bit of a break. And excited to see what markets have in store for us here today. So any questions here? And hopefully we can go from there. Any questions here, team? How's everyone feeling? No, Todd, other way around. So I'll be gone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, and then back to normal. So I'm kind of using the using the Labor Day to kind of tack it on. Potentially back on Tuesday, maybe versus Monday, just depending on honestly how bad the jet lag is when I get back. All right, so that's market open here. Let's see what the day looks like, I guess, right? Or what that enthusiasm looks like. We want to see volatility again. Oh, that's really weird. Well, for me, I'm using TopStep X's internal platform and then just Tradeovate. Yeah, they should. My buddy's bachelor parties in Barcelona. It's gonna be fun, but yeah, I got. Well, I'll have this, and then about a month later, I'll have his actual wedding, and it's obviously a blessing to go see your friends get married and all those wonderful things. Man, it's a pain in the ass flying to Europe for 5 days. Oh, excuse me. Kind of an indecisive open here a little bit. Definitely a tighter range. Much tighter range. Yeah, I mean, on the way there, you kind of have to not sleep, and then on the way back, you gotta sleep. No interest here yet. I mean, in general, here, team. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. But we've got data at 9:45, right? So I'm thinking it's probably going to be a little bit of a slower start to the session in general. I'm not really too bothered by the opening 15 minutes. I think that's going to be kind of shaky, fakey action anyway. How's it going, Rusty? Okay, so it looks a little bit like a fake out. Okay, so again, not enough volume here yet, right, to make a decision. I would not expect the volume to really be in play until 9:45 at a bare minimum here this morning. And kind of the theme we've seen here all week is um it's kind of like a mature setup, right? Or it's kind of like it's a little bit of a delayed market. It's like setups are getting held back a grade type thing before they want to move, so they're just taking a little bit longer to get there. I don't see too many reasons here yet to be aggressive. Again, this might give me the volume on the 3, but just time-wise, be able to execute this, get the follow-through I'm looking for with limited volatility. I don't know if I'm going to get, we'll say, 65 points, a one-handle move in 5 minutes. I think that's probably a little bit unlikely based on what we've seen here so far this morning. So I have very limited reasons to rush into a decision here yet. Hey, Darren, how you doing? Well, maybe we would have gotten that one handle move. Would have not been probably a good enough confirmation candle, but is what it is, I guess. Kind of a similar story everywhere, right? Kind of indecisive back cracking. All right, so we still got one candle to go. kind of like a protracted move here lower. All right, so maybe a little bit more justified here. Yes, I still don't think we're going to get an entry prior to 9:45, right? That's pretty obvious. Whoa. Talk about some fuckery. Holy smokes. The hell happened there? Well, right now, it's only 9:44, right? So that means I'm on my third 5-min candle and I'm on my fifth 3-min. So I just have a little bit more information on the 3-min here right now. But I think you're overthinking it. All I'm really looking for is what's the first time frame that's giving me a signal that matches what my daily plan is. I don't care if it's the 3-min. I don't care if it's the 5. I don't care if it's the 10. I'm just looking for the first one. And generally, the earlier it is in the morning, the shorter the time frame is going to be because the less data I have. All right, so things are going to be yes, Ghost, that's correct. I have a monitor with basically just like 3 execution windows on it plus my personal. So we will be watching here now, right? Starting to watch for cracks or breakdowns. So again, right now, right, I've got 15 seconds to go before this candle closes. So that's why I'm watching on the 3. On the 5 minute, I still got 2 minutes. So I have no incentive or no reason, right, to watch on that time frame yet. If I don't get an entry here within the next 2 minutes, then I can switch to the 5. So I guess the thing to think about here is like a reasonable target. 500 is the level we have mapped out in our prep, and on the pullback technique, that would have to look like something like this. On the aggressive technique, I wouldn't be able to justify that as a risk reward perspective. So it has to be basically pullback or bust here right now. Or alternatively, right, we're going to have to wait for the 5 min to sync up to be able to justify this entry. My reference price here would be above 588. Basically, get a retest of those previous low of days as my entry target. And then profit target here would be 500, right, which is our first level from our pre-market prep. Five min might give us a little bit of an easier entry. We'll see. I can't justify the risk reward here, right? So based on where my stop loss would have to be here, it'd be 569. I would like my retest or my entry to be off of the confirmation low, so 541 approximately. But at that point, I don't have the risk reward justified to be able to take that trade or to take that risk, let alone be able to get the position sizing that I'm after. So I'm going to watch this on the 5 instead. That seems to be maybe giving me a little bit of a potentially cleaner setup. And it might set up here to justify the aggressive. Okay, yeah. So we're looking at a 546 stop loss. Excuse me. That was a big one. All right. So yeah, 546, right? Reference price here would be 538. So we're looking about 8 points of risk. So you can go 2 contracts here, no problem. Now watch the speed here, guys, right? Watch the speed. This is that thing pulled back pretty quickly into our spot. So I would imagine, yeah, wanted to do that little fake out there. Still in business. Now it'd be 548 stop loss, so a couple extra points. Oh, now it would be higher. Okay, and now probably not taking this. Right now, no longer can justify the risk reward ratio, so no trade. Shame. I mean, well, maybe not a shame. Would have stopped us out. Interesting. You don't see increasing volume on the second 10 min too often. Largest volume of the day on that 5 min. I'm kind of a big believer, Brady, that if a trade is trying to make me chase it, that's probably a trade I'm going to lose money on. that entry or that initial breakdown where I maybe could have gone an entry would have been felt like it would have been a chase. I know it's kind of hard to quantify that, but it always feels like, yeah, the trades that make me want to chase them generally are not the best ones. Or like maybe a better way of saying it is like the trades where I'm in a rush to put them together or to execute them are probably the ones I should be avoiding. Like that trade, for me to have gotten my entry, I would have had to rush it. That's probably not the way to go. Oh yeah, 100%. This month specifically, August has been yeah, fickle mistress. So potentially looking like a capitulation candle there, right? Biggest volume of the day on the fourth candle of the day is kind of a bit wacky. What I'm kind of looking for here is to see these green candles close really, really weakly, you know, around 543 or 529 or whatever it is, and reset up the aggressive technique for a breakdown lower. I don't think that's going to happen, but if we are to get a trade, I guess, off of this 945 candle or off of that thesis, we haven't really invalidated it yet, right? It's still a lower low. It's still a lower high, right? Bearish characteristics. It's not larger volume than previous bar. We haven't broken out above our confirmation high. So it could just be a little shakeout, fake out, breakdown type scenario, which could very well play. But again, the issue we had here is justifying risk reward ratios. So we would need this to close down quite low or a little bit lower than this, because I think the most aggressive we could have gotten was like 558 for a stop loss prior to it cracking. So I can't really see it pull back more than 558, which I think it just did. So again, that kind of slows me down here a little bit. And yeah, good reminder, Kyle, of data at 10 a.m. I think realistically, right, there is no path there for me to trade this prior to it anyway. So yeah, I think waiting it out, definitely the right call. And yeah, appreciate you reminding me there. Kind of a weird start a little bit. I felt, and maybe anecdotal, but I felt like the first 30 minutes this week has been really slow. Today, it's kind of felt like it's been an absolute breeze. So again, it's not that these trades can't move lower. It's just that they're not giving us an easy move lower yet, right? And we're looking for that easy trade. I think the chart on CL is very temperamental here. Extreme highs, extreme lows from a volume perspective. I'd love for this to close as close to 500 as possible too, because we could start to get set, like work towards our secondary targets. All of a sudden, that makes it a little bit easier for us to be able to execute trades. You know, right now to the downside here, we're gonna have 20 points. That's nothing on ES, right? Or on NQ. It's yeah, that's a very baby move. So that maybe slows me down just an incy bincy bit. So as close to 500 as we can get. If we can get it to be a 5-0 something number, I think I could probably target 400. If it's like a 512, a 517, what I don't think so. A 507, a 503. Yeah, I could, and then use the psych level, see it crack under, let that act as a springboard effectively, and then break. Just talking out loud. CL, I mean, this is technically a reversal, but that's a scary, it's a very scary chart. And I don't know. It's not scary necessarily because of the bearish candle or the bearish volume. It's more that the biggest volume of the day has effectively been just tremendously indecisive. So I'm trying to like just justify, right, this being a consistent or clean narrative, and it isn't that. Again, like no easy moves here yet today. I want the easy move. Okay, 30 seconds till data. Don't like that gap down on the candle. It's pretty gross. And it bouncing right off of 501 is kind of scary too. $538 to 506. All right, so I think we maybe are setting up here for some possible reversals. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. That's a rocket ship move from CL, but it's instantly stalling once it makes new highs or dying. Well, right now I don't have any active signals, right? I pretty much need to get a breakdown at or around 500, or I need to get a reversal off of 500, right? So for me to get a breakdown set up, I need separation towards my next target. I don't have that. So how would I confirm any trade? Well, candlesticks and volume, right? My setup here, fake out off of 500, reversal candles, hopefully one candle, 1, 2, or 3, increasing outlier volume, right? And that doesn't match the smell test, right? So no confirmation. CL didn't close above previous high, so no trade. Then if we can get that 500 or 500 adjacent breakdown, then we can start to target moves towards 4. And all of a sudden, right, we've got some space again to work with. So let's see. Holy shit, cold. Okay, so 30 seconds to go here. And so again, right, we're breaking down, sorry, we've broken down under 23.5. So then our next target, right, becomes the next level we mapped out in our pre-market. So 400. Okay, so immediately we know we're going for the aggressive, because the first thing it does, right, is make a lower low. Reference price here would be 480. So now let's see, how far it pulls back. 493 would be 2 contracts. If we get a larger pullback than that, it's going to switch down into 1. So now we're looking at 493 stop. And watching carefully here, right? Watching carefully. And again, if I don't get the entry here on the 5, which I might not, I'm just going to switch this to the 3, right? Exact same setup here. So we're looking at 475 stop loss, call it 476. I actually have to be a little bit higher now. 478. I'll call it 479. Okay, so now it's watching for a gentle pullback right into that blue line, a 1 contract play. I wouldn't say that was gentle. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Ooh, my order did not execute. Order did not execute. I am canceling it and trying it potentially again. Tried to get 463. Actually would have been a bad entry. And again, 479 stop here. Okay, so back to watching. Okay, guys, I am in average price 69 fill, 469 fill. And let's see if this thing can break down. I've got 2 contracts here. I've got 2 contracts. Not super enthusiastic about this, if I'm honest with you. A little bit. Let's see. All right, well, so far so good here, team. So far so good. Let's see if this thing can crack down and really hold under this 50 handle. Come on, baby. Okay, not bad. So let's see if this thing can keep cracking here. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Why'd you panic close? Why? There's no reason to. Come on, guys. Like, Patrick, you spent so much time, man, like asking me exactly what my entries are, exactly what my exits are, so you can replicate them and copy them, and then you do this, right? The fuck's the point? Trade the plan, man. Trade the plan. Don't like this pullback very much. Okay, I have closed this. I'm going to try to potentially reset. I have closed. I'm just not letting this thing go red. Potentially can try to reset this or look for the pullback technique. Let's see. That was a bad decision. Try this again, potentially. Okay, so again, we'll potentially try this again here. Felt for a second that I was maybe early. And I didn't want to see it get to my entry price and retest. Let's go. All right, so again, we're looking here, guys. We are looking. Try again, right? Can't really pull back too much more, though. We don't want to see too aggressive of a pullback. So 449 would be the stop. Let's call it 450. Keep the math simple. Okay, so I am back in 442 here, 442.25. And let's see if this thing can break down. Stop loss at 450. 2 contracts. Okay, took the stop, took the stop. Like faked out a couple times at that price here now. So maybe setting up a little bit like a reversal again, or like showing characteristics, right, of a lack of bearish momentum. Kind of gross. Okay, we're back in looking for a reversal here. Pretty big sell-off, actually. See if it wants to give us a little fake out. So stop loss would be 429, so call it 430. I'll call it 429. And let's see how it pulls back here. Not bad. Okay, guys, I'm in. Average price 438. 438. Oh, stop out. All right, this might be a fake out reversal. Let's try this. Now it'd be 426. Just a relentless fake out culture here. Okay, so I'm back in 438.50, stop loss 426. Two cons. All right, so far so meh. There it goes. There it goes. All right, keep pushing here. Keep pushing. There's $1,000. I mean, the really aggressive thing to do here is to pyramid now. I don't know if it's worth it because it's already, this is going to be like a 2K win here, guys. So really just now focusing on closing here as P&L is increasing, right? That's really all I give a shit about now. This is kind of squeeze into the upside, right? Kind of squeeze into the upside. That little sell-off was maybe a little bit uncomfortable. All right, here we go. Get back up above 60 and push. What do you mean, please, Venture Man? This thing's behaving exactly how we'd expect. We should be way up here. All right, so this thing is freaking flying here, guys. This thing is absolutely flying. This is going to be a 3K win, maybe more. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. All right, guys, I've closed. I have closed. I have closed. Out 486. Out 486. Out. Boom. Let's go, team. Nice freaking work. 2681.32 on the day. God, let's go. Let's freaking go, team. Nice, nice work. Good job. And yes, I could have held out for this thing longer. I am not being a greedy prick, right? Taking my win. I am locking in a fantastic feeling. I am closing as my P&L is increasing. I'm not doing anything stupid, right? Nothing stupid. Able to pyramid into that position there nicely. Great, great, great win. And again, I don't care now if this goes all the way to high a day. I caught my easy move. I am done. Beautiful, right? That's all we need. Let's freaking go, Sonia. Nice work. $1,500. Congratulations. Nice work, Patrick. Remember, Patrick, right? No panic closing, right? Stick to your plan. Build that muscle memory. It makes you a lot more money. It was a 3-min reversal, right? So here's our reversal signal. We tried to play it initially. We got the little fake out lower. Once we saw the fake out get established, we bought the fake out up. Let's go, team. Huge days across the board. Love this. Congratulations, everybody. Good work. Let's go, Don. Yeah, Trader Sync's sounding kind of like a bit of a pain in the asshole here. Nice work, Jake. 1,800 bucks. Congratulations. And Don, it's your best day so far. I want you to really, really, really focus right on that emphasis. And it's your best day so far when you focus on the variables you can control. And today you did that wonderfully. Let's go, team. Oh, that feels so good. Hey, 1K with micros, Kyle. That's unbelievable. Let's go. Let's go, Hunter. Let's go. 1950. Congratulations. Hey, appreciate that, Chris. That was an awesome day, guys. I feel so happy right now. I feel so happy right now. We have worked so hard in August. I don't. That's exactly why I closed at that 86 part, right? So the second I feel as if maybe I need to push my stop loss to break even, um, that's the point where I'm like, okay, I'm subtly telling myself this maybe is wrong, or it's out of momentum, or it isn't going to give me a ton more follow through. So instead of setting my stop loss, I just take my profit there. Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to spend that much in Barcelona. These buddies of mine are like engineers. It isn't a catch, Chris. We did a really good job here managing our risk this week. We did a really good job closing as our P&L is increasing, and we did a really good job waiting for our setup triggers. So that's exactly what we'd expect to happen, right? If we stick to our system and we follow our rules. Oh, Brady, I'm buying you a drink the day that happens, man. Let's go, Michael. Hey, nice work, Shiv. What's that on the week for you? You guys, just take it easy, right? Like, don't feel pressure to make crazy decisions. And okay, no offense, guys. What a read. Okay, maybe we closed it 13 points early, but man, we read that perfectly, right? Perfectly. We got like nearly top ticked it, right? We got the easy move, we took it and we ran. That's awesome. It's the best feeling. Oh, yeah, guys. I'm really proud of the team today, guys. I'm really proud of the team this week in general. Micros are just so we're trading minis here, right? So this is NASDAQ E mini. So it's like the leverage multiplier, I guess. Micros would be a different leverage multiplier. Let's go, Doug. Um, honestly not really ghost, not really a ton. It's I'm trying to listen to my raw emotions as best as I can, right? So it's like I'm trying to listen to the impulsive voice in my head, or yeah, I'm not sure how to really describe this, but it's literally the second I get a feeling um to close, I want to listen to that feeling. Like, that's kind of been my theme here this week, and why I did a really good job closing some of our like trades that would have reversed into losers earlier in the week. Like we went through that process of kind of like figuring out that ratio. But really, for me, it's the second I feel as if a trade is making me emotional, or I feel that emotional reaction, I want to get out and get impartial. That for me is like, I think uh like that's my north star. I think when I'm in a trade, right? If I'm in a position and I start to feel myself get emotional, nervous, anxious, greedy, whatever it is, I need to get out because I'm probably not seeing things the way that I go. Hell yeah, man! $1,400 per account is fantastic. And what I want people to realize, guys, there's a very big difference between panic closing and closing as your P&L is increasing, right? So if P&L is increasing and you're trying to build up your tolerance and you're building up that dopamine, and that's exactly what you want to be doing, right? You want to build yourself enough evidence to say, hey, I'm making money, but I would make more if I held out for longer. If we're panic closing, right, then we're making a decision reacting to our P&L, not reacting to a specific decision. So I would really, guys, focus on being very deliberate there. It is a bit of a fine line, but I don't want to see people be up $1,000, then be up 500, be like, fuck, I got to get out. Because that creates that FOMO and a little bit of that resentment to a trade where you then try to feel or make back like the $500 that you were owed. So I want to avoid those sensations. When we close as P&L is increasing, even if the trade then goes another 50 points, we don't have that memory of our P&L being one big number and then ending as a smaller one. And if we can avoid that emotional trigger, then we have the mental capital remaining to be able to execute a continuation move to the upside or to the downside. And same thing, right? Like on this setup that we took here, this was our initial setup. We got faked out on it. Once the fake out happened and reestablished, we had the mental capital to jump back in and try again, right? So we forced ourselves to lose small and to give ourselves an opportunity so that we could take advantage of the move once the path of least resistance got established. So everything that we're trying to do, guys, is to make it easy for ourselves from a mental capital perspective, because the more mental capital that we're maintaining on a trade to trade basis, the higher probability it is that we're going to execute a trade from start to finish, that we're not going to make mistakes, and that we're going to be able to find our winning position. And yeah, Michael, so markets are closed next week on Monday for Labor Day. And then I'm off to España for my buddy's bachelor party. So I'm just going to take the whole week off instead of honestly trying to stream beyond hungover. I don't think that would be a very good idea. So yeah, guys, awesome end to the week. Awesome end to the week. Oh, it's honestly the best feeling in the world. Hey, appreciate that, Joseph. Hopefully, you want to join us full time here and actually take your trading to the next level. Appreciate that, Tony. And I think yeah, that's the most important part of trading, right? Yeah, I love that, Michael. When I'm back, of course, Ian, you can trade your own account. Yeah. Um, Michael, when I'm back, let's set up a call and let's really lock down that next like 45 days, or let's say from now till Christmas, and make that really possible. Hey, let's go, Zeus. Congratulations. Hey, Jen, you made your weekend really good because you trusted yourself and you executed your plan. So you should be proud of yourself, right? Guys, I say this all the time. Obviously, I love to see you guys win. It makes me so happy, right? It gives me a tremendous amount of like the reward I see of people hitting their P&L goals or quitting their jobs. Like it feels better than a winning trade for sure. But you guys all choose to make these decisions yourself, right? You all chose to take that trade. You all chose to trust your plan and to stick to your system. So give yourself credit, right? Remind yourself that, hey, I'm actually good at what I do and I'm getting better. And I have the evidence to suggest that I'm improving. Celebrate your little wins, right? As much as it's me calling out my trades, you guys are the ones trading it too, right? So don't pass on that blame. When things go well, it's because of you. When things go poorly, it's because of you. So we are always accountable for ourselves in the good time and the bad. And I want you guys to celebrate that because this is how you build your confidence as a trader, right? We're all in this together by ourselves. And I mean that in the most positive way. Like we all here want to see each other win, right? We're all supportive. We're all on the same page. We all want to be as successful as possible. But each person here individually is responsible for their success and their decisions. And so you should celebrate that. Be proud of yourselves for that, right? Remind yourself in your journals. That should be the point to remind yourself because you will get better that way. And yeah, let's freaking go, Sonia. $1,700 on the day. Hello. Absolutely tremendous. And again, we maybe could have gotten a few extra points here, but I have no problems. Life is good. Ian, I would look up margin requirements for specific brokerages. Google will be your best reference there. So, guys, any other questions? I don't imagine myself doing anything else here. I've done a little bit of a victory lap, so I'm probably just going to enjoy my morning. Oh, what a day. I freaking love trading sometimes. Most of the time. Hate it like 2 weeks every quarter. And you guys, really glad we could end on a bang there. That felt awesome. So Here's your failed breakdown, right? So fake out under previous low. Here's your reversal signal at 10:12. Here was your final bearish failure here of the morning. And we took 2 attempts on this to go, right? So we took one initial trade, stop out at this 430 area, and then a second attempt on that same thesis with a stop loss back over. Yeah, it's been choppy, Patrick, but I would also fight back against that. We had 4 red days in August. So all things considered, still an extremely consistent month. It maybe has been one that has been missing like those big wins or those big follow through days, but we've got on base plenty well here this month. So any other questions here, team? Any other questions? Hey, appreciate that, Chris. I'll be honest, guys. I'm very much looking forward to a little bit of time off. I'm a much better trader when I'm not a grumpy prick. The next stream, Daryl, is that you're asking? No, Monica, I pretty much only trade in the mornings here, like first 90 minutes of the day. But look, guys, I'll share this with everyone right before I go away. But this is what trading is, right? Like when you're trading for a career and it's the way that you make your money, it's not like you're going to be perfect, right? Yeah, it's every morning. Like I'm gonna get tilted, right? You guys are gonna get tilted again in the future. I'm gonna make a mistake trading, right? You guys are gonna make mistakes trading. We're gonna lose money. We're gonna make money. We're gonna have days where the market ages us 15 years. And that's honestly all a part of it, right? That's unfortunately just a part of the way that this game works. There is no running from that. The difference, right, I think, is seeing how you don't allow that to compound to be like destroying everything around you, right? I think when traders are starting out or they're struggling or they're kind of in like their earlier stages of their careers, mistakes compound into catastrophic events. Whereas here they compound into stressful weeks that you can survive through to then get back to all-time highs, right? And so I can't promise you that it'll always be pretty or that I'll always be, you know, the happiest guy in the world, but I don't have to be, right? And you don't have to be that either. We just have to really focus on being consistent, not forcing dumb decisions, and just allowing our system to work out for us. And sometimes we gotta let go, let Powell, and that's easier said than done. But one frustrating day, one frustrating week, one frustrating trade doesn't define us as traders, even though it might sometimes feel that way. And obviously, guys, I'm obviously never thrilled when I embarrass myself on the stream with my grumpy attitude like I did a couple weeks ago. But I'm always so proud of bouncing back from challenging conditions or from tough markets, because that's how you build confidence as a trader, and that's how you get back to good times. And a little bit of that suffering, I think, is baked into the experience, and it makes the good days and the good months and the good years just so much sweeter. And yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I can't always promise you it'll be pretty, but I always promise you guys to be honest over how I'm feeling, how I'm trading, how I'm doing. And I won't hide that, because I think ultimately we also can learn from that. Even if, yeah, I cringe after some of those days. But obviously appreciate everyone, appreciate all the support, appreciate everyone, you know, working hard and getting better. And yeah, there's going to be no stream next week. I'm taking a little bit of personal time here. Markets are closed on Monday anyway, so we'll miss 4 days. We'll be okay. Or I'll miss 4 days. I'll be okay. Appreciate that, Ian. Hey guys, final call for questions here. Final call for questions. Two for four here today. Pretty awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. So yeah, great end to the month, team. Great end to the month. Oh, appreciate that, Michael. One final thing here, guys. This made me laugh so hard yesterday, so bear with me. I don't mean this to be insensitive or to trigger anyone or anything along those lines. Not my intention here. But someone made a comment yesterday to me that the stream is a Republican hotbed of controversial topics, and just want to clarify, guys, that I don't try to make this particularly political. I like to make fun of everyone and everyone equally, and I'm still struggling to comprehend what I said that indicates that as being my personal political stance. But yeah, just want to clarify, right? I don't think that is the vibe of the stream at all. But yeah, just made me laugh pretty hard getting that. So figured I would share that with you guys. That person has been removed from the program and they aren't a part of DTR. But yeah, I've never gotten that feedback or anything along those lines. It was not someone on a free trial. And so just want to make sure that isn't the case. The only thing I am here very pro of is pro capitalism, pro making money. And I think the only other things that I've said maybe is that Canada is has gone too far down the socialist shithole path, which if that makes me a right wing extremist Republican, then so be it. But believe it or not, making money makes me not want to pay high taxes. If that's controversial, I was probably going to offend you saying something else anyway. But in general, guys, for me, I hope that the stream is never a political place or like an uncomfortable place for people. I never want to say a lot of terrible things here, but I never want to attack you, the individual. I'm attacking you, the trader. And I know that that is different, but sometimes similar. Yeah, honestly, that probably is it. Saying that I can't comprehend not being able to defend yourself in your home. Honestly, probably is it. But yeah, guys, like any feedback I give you is always to help you get better as a trader. I am never going to attack you as a person or as an individual. And that's never my intention, right? I look at you all as traders first, people second. It sounds terrible, but in the stream, absolutely, that's the way I look at everyone. We're all traders first in the stream, and so I promise, any feedback or comments I make, it's because I've got a disgusting sense of humor that only a mother could love, and I'd like to make money, and yeah, everything else, guys, please don't take it too seriously. I like to have fun here. I like to joke around, mess around. Um, so yeah, this is I had to share it because it did make me laugh really hard, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't what wasn't a concern, I guess, for everyone else. But yeah, uh, DTR doesn't stand for day trading room. It stands for day trading Republicans. And so just wanted to make that very, very clear. So yeah, heck of a heck of an end to the week here. But I think it's time for some eggs Benny. Yeah, exactly. It's the Donald Trump room. That's beautiful. It shouldn't make me laugh as much as it is, but oh, we're all sickos. I love it. What a decision, guys. What a decision. uh, yeah, Ghost. I use that for like my individual props, right? So that for me is the easiest, I would say. Yeah, that's in research and development. There, I like that, Daryl. Make Americans rich again. I think we can all get behind that. It's funny. I live in such a Canadian bubble right now. No, I don't execute it through TradingView. I execute it directly inside Tradeovate. But I can set stop loss orders right inside Trade Evade, no issues. Appreciate that, Joseph. Sorry, Daryl. Inside what? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're referencing. I do, guys. I do use TradingView, but it's only for a singular account at the moment. So I'm working on a take profit trader eval, and I'm doing that through TradingView. And that account sitting at 157,885. Oh yeah, okay. So you're just asking, yeah, which integration? So use TopStep My Funded Futures, Trade Evade option, Tradeify, Trade Evade option, and now Take Profit Trader, Trade Evade option. Any other questions here, team? Any other questions? I've got 3 monitors. So you can see the one here, which is where I do all my analysis. On the right-hand side, Monica, where you can't see, I've got all the chats up and like my stream monitoring tools and a few other charts. Just a 5-minute look on NQCL and ES. And then I have my laptop where I'm executing my trades. And that laptop is just split up 3 ways, all my order execution windows, and then pop up my personal. Yeah, Jeanette, we literally just talked about that, right? All the Trade Evade integrations, the TopStep X integration. That's literally what the last 5 minutes has all been about. If you need help setting it up, reach out to Eric. He'll help you set up all your trade copiers and all that fun stuff. Send him a message inside. Yeah, just click on his username. All right, guys, final call here. Final call. I filled this in. So not bad here, guys, to end the run there. Not bad at all after 2 red days. Getting there. We're getting there. Gonna get to 7 figures here hopefully pretty soon. 150K to go, something like that. We do not have any affiliation with True Trading Group. We do not have any affiliation with any trading groups. We've had a lot of people join who were sick and tired of losing money with True Trading Group. But no affiliation. All right, guys, final call here. Final call. Pretty awesome. Looking pretty good. Look, I would say, Daryl, in general, most trading rooms are pretty much unwilling to tell you what they're doing in the moment. They always tell you kind of in hindsight or in like vague terms. DTR is a little bit different than that. My objective is to be as transparent as I can be with my process. Sometimes ugly, but hopefully it makes you a better trader. All right, team. So same to you like always. If you have any questions, hit me up outside of market hours. I'll do my best to check a little bit here, but truth be told, guys, I'm probably going to be super drunk for at least half the week, trying to keep up with these Brits. So bear with me for a couple days here, but I'll definitely do my best to be checking every now and then. But besides that, everyone have yourselves a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your time away. Have a great last kind of weekend of the summer. And I'll see you guys back on Tuesday. Flying out pretty soon here, Antonin. So have yourselves a great day, team, and we'll talk soon.